So today we will talk about the emergency credit line guarantee scheme. In the short form ECLGS. So in this video, why we are talking about the emergency credit line guarantee scheme? Because in today in the Hindu, what happened? The news came that 60,000 crore loan. So 60,000 crore loan under the emergency credit line guarantee scheme is yet to take off, which will be disbursed later. So that's why we are talking about the emergency credit line guarantee scheme. So we will take up the whole what is all about this scheme. So what happened that in the previous year, as you know, in the 2020 there is a COVID-19, and in COVID-19, as you know, there is a 20 lakh crore package was announced by our Prime Minister in a public speaking. So in what happened, there is a 3 lakh crore separate. So there is a 3 lakh crore actually for the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, basically for the MSME sector, but this is further extended to the other sector. So that's why, as I have told you, that this is announced during the COVID-19 relief package, in which the special borrowing areas for the MSME sector, micro, small and medium enterprises sector, and also here is the change the definition and other investment and turnover areas in this sector, so in MSME sector, but later it is subsequently increased to other areas known as the emergency credit line guarantee scheme 2 and 3. So this is known as the very important. So remember that it is a 3 lakh crore package. Overall 3 lakh crore package. 3 lakh crore package has been divided to the other sector in the emergency credit line sector 1, 2 and 3. So that is out of the 3 lakh crore. So this is under the operational domain of Department of Financial Services under the Ministry of Finance. Very important. Remember that it is a collateral free. So firstly we need to understand that what is collateral. So here what happened that suppose you take a loan or a house loan, let's say up to 40 lakh. You took a house loan of 40 lakh, and for the 40 lakh at least up to 20 lakh or 30 lakh, or you say, so you should have give some authenticity that you will actually give this loan at the recent time, and if this will not go, that collateral can be sold by that bank. So that is known as the collateral. It can be a form of the land document or other such as the car document or anything like that which actually meet this amount after selling. So this is known as the collateral. So remember that this emergency credit line guarantee scheme is completely a collateral free and fully government guaranteed loans. What do you mean by the fully government guaranteed loan? Suppose if any MSME or other whatever is the sector under this ECLGS scheme, suppose some sector, let's say MSME, take a loan of 10 crore, or if that MSME fall down or unable to pay that 10 lakh or 10 crore, then the government is fully responsible to pay the bank, and that's why the banks at that time will give the loan to this sector because government has taken the full guarantee. So that's why this is very important. Now we will talk about the aims and emergency credit line guarantee scheme 1. What are the sectors involved in 1, 2 and 3. So before looking at aims and objective of the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, we have to look at the two words. Firstly, the outstanding credit and the moratorium. So moratorium basically a kind of relief provided by the bank, and in which there will be no legal action. Suppose someone take a loan of 100 rupees, and if that 100 rupees suppose is for the 1 week, let's say 7 days, so 1 week, and if that is not in the 7 days, the individual or any of the company or as a lending institution actually provided the land, or if that will be unable to repay that loan, that the moratorium provided to individual, let's say 1 week, 2 week, 1 year, 2 year, in which what happened that there will be no legal action against that individual company or any other institution. So that is known as the moratorium. So this is the meaning of moratorium. Another is the outstanding credit. Outstanding credit means that suppose someone takes a loan of 20 lakh. So this is known as the, and despite the 20 lakh, if there is any loan will be provided by the lending institution, so that is the previous loan is known as the outstanding loan or outstanding balance, outstanding credit. So this is what do you mean by outstanding. Why we discuss these two words? Because we will use here. So what is the aim and objective of the emergency credit line guarantee scheme? To mitigate or to reduce the stress caused by the COVID-19 on several sectors and provide 100% fully government guaranteed loans to lending institutions. So this is the basic. Basically, to reduce the stress caused by the COVID-19. As you know, during the COVID-19, MSME, travel tourism, hospitality and other sector related to the even the secondary especially and the tertiary sector heavily heated. Except the digital and agriculture, I don't think any one sector which is not heated by the COVID-19. And that's why this emergency credit line guarantee scheme is announced by our government, union government. So this is what is the main aim and objective, in which what happened that firstly it is for the MSME Mudra borrowers or individual loan. But in the November 2020, actually it extended to the other sector known as the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, and in subsequently there is. So firstly we will discuss the 1 and 3. 2 is lengthy, so we will discuss at another slot. So in the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, who are the eligible borrowers under this? The MSME, medium, micro, small and medium enterprises, Mudra borrowers, and you know there is a scheme of the government is the Mudra borrower. Another is the individual is also is the borrower who can avail this loan. Remember that in what happened that there will be a 1 year moratorium period has been provided. Means that if someone takes a loan of 10 lakh, so in which what happened in the first year only interest has to be paid to the government or whatever is the lending institution like banks, commercial bank or non-banking financial sector. So only the interest will be provided, no principal amount need to give, and only focus on their business or whatever work, pay salary and pay anything, but only interest need to be provided. What is the meaning of this moratorium? Another is the 4-year repayment period. Means in 4 years you have to pay the principal amount as well as the interest amount. So remember that. And as I have told you, the outstanding credit should be 25 crore. Means those MSME and Mudra borrowers or individual loans will be provided. Those who have already taken at least or outstanding credit has been left up to 25 crore. On the 25 crore, there will be a 20% credit will be given to these sectors. So this is very very important, and should be a annual turnover of 100 crore. This is basically for the MSME, not for the Mudra borrower and individual loan. But under the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, these also two are eligible. But this is basically for the MSME sector. This is now the emergency credit line guarantee scheme 3. So here who are the eligible borrower is the hospitality sector. Travel and tourism is the very very important sector because this is the most heated by the COVID-19, and even the report came in which around the 400 million jobs at stake according to the report. So this is very very important. Another is the sporting sector, civil aviation and nursing home. Here what happened, the 40% out of the standing credit, 40% credit will be provided, 6 years repayment period and 2-year moratorium. As I have told you what is the meaning of moratorium. So this is, now we will talk about the emergency credit line guarantee scheme 2 and whatever is the basic features of this. So emergency credit line guarantee scheme 2, sector 2. So what happened in that, 26 stressed sector which is identified by the Kamath committee. So this actually 2 and eligible borrowers is the 26 sector identified by the Kamath committee. Kamath committee is appointed by the Reserve Bank of India basically to identify the stress sector which is hit by the COVID-19, and that's why so this Kamath committee actually identified the 26 sector. So there are the some sector which I have mentioned, that is the power, as you know, energy. Constructions is the very very important because here are the main are the laborers and daily bread winner. So this is very very important. So that's why the construction, and it not only provided but also provide employment of 5 crore to the 5 crore people and daily actually earners. So this is very. Another is the iron and steel, manufacturing, roads, real estate, textile, chemicals, pharma, gems and etc. So there are the total 26 sector, and here is the 5-year repayment period and 1-year moratorium will be provided. Here is the 50 crore to 500 crore. So here is the actually amount has been increased. So remember that. So this is all about the emergency credit line guarantee scheme 2. Remember that the worth. So earlier it was the 3 lakh crore, and this worth has been increased from the 3 lakh crore to 4.5 lakh crore total. Remember that this scheme is actually launched in May 2020 during the COVID-19 period. So this is all about what things or summary of this video. You need to remember that emergency credit line guarantee scheme is under the operational domain of Department of Financial Services, which comes under the Ministry of Finance. What is the main aim? Main aim is to mitigate the stress caused by the COVID-19 pandemic on these several sectors. Sectors you need to remember, because sometimes it's asked in the examination. They give you 5 to 6 sectors, and this is the sector who are the eligible under this scheme. So this can be asked. So almost all the sectors, whatever will come, all the option will be correct, no doubt. So this is very important. Remember that total amount is the 4.5 lakh crore now. So this is very important. So moratorium payment and repayment period is different for all the sector, but for the MSME you can say. So this is all about. Thank you guys. Hope you like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.